Hello CAT aspirants, let's start with a new topic, that is cubes. So before starting, let's see what is a cube, how does it look. A cube is a three-dimensional figure which has 6 faces. We have 12 edges are this part, and these are the faces, and we have 8 corners. Now cube has 8 corners. Also one more thing, that a cube has 3 axes, or we can say 3 planes. Even generally it is referred as 3 directions, 3 dimensions, or 3 sides. Cube is a very simple topic, but one needs to have a strong visualization and also a strong foundation. And to have this, let's go with the basic first. As we have seen that a cube has 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 corners, and 3 planes. Now let us assume that there is a large shape cube and I have to cut this into small and identical pieces. Now whatever cut I will make the use of the cuts only on the plane. That means you have to make cuts only on this 3 planes. No diagonal cut or no other cut is allowed. So a larger cube needs to be cut into small identical pieces. So in how many ways can we cut this cube? So we have 3 different ways. Let's see the first way. uh, if I make all the cuts on 3 planes equally, that means some cuts on x axis, some cuts on y axis, and some cuts on z axis. The second way is I will make cuts in 3 out of 2 planes, that is I will make the combination of xy, or I will make cuts into yz, or else I will make the cuts on axis z and x. This can be the way. That means out of 3, 2 axes are used to make cuts. The third way is I will make all the cuts only on one axis, that is all the cuts only on x, or all the cuts only on y, or all the cuts only on z. Now the basic difference in this 3 pattern is, though it has different shapes. In the first pattern the shape will be different, in second it will be different, in third it will be different, somewhere it will be cubes or somewhere it will be cuboid, but the question was small identical pieces, so that does not contradict any statement. The difference will be in the cuts. Let us see with an example. So I have a larger cube and I want to make 8 pieces, so I will use the first method, that is to make cuts on all 3 planes. And let's see, if I make one cut on one plane, so I have 2 pieces, one cut on another plane giving 4 pieces, and the third cut on the third plane, so I have made 3 cuts, I have got 8 pieces. Coming to a different example, now I will change my pattern, that is I will make cuts on only one direction, that is, let's see the cuts, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is the 7th cut. So let's see the pieces, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So now in this pattern for 8 pieces I need 7 cuts. So the difference is basically the minimum and maximum cuts. So minimum and maximum cuts, to get minimum cuts I have to use all 3 planes, and to get maximum cut I need only one plane. So the difference here comes is in the cuts pattern. Now in one plane if I make cuts I have to make maximum cuts, and in the 3 planes if I use to make cuts I have to make minimum number of cuts. Let's see how to calculate number of cuts. A larger cube is cut into 125 small identical pieces, and we have to check how many cuts are required to make this 125 pieces. Now there will be 2 options, that is the maximum cuts and minimum cuts. Now let's see, if we make all the pieces on 3 planes, so we have to make 5 pieces on plane 1, 5 pieces on the other plane, that will become 25 pieces, and 5 pieces on the third plane, which will give 125 pieces. Now let's make a plank, and we have to make this plank, we have to cut into 5 parts. So how much cuts we have to take? 1 2 3 and 4. Let's see the number of pieces, 5. Now here the difference between, or the relation between a piece and cut is of 1. To make 2 pieces I have to make 1 cut, so the difference is of 1. From cut to pieces you have to make +1, and from pieces to cut you have to go -1. So here we have to make 5 pieces, so the number of cuts will be 4. Again 5 pieces, number of cuts will be 4, and again 5 pieces, number of cuts will be 4. So the total number of cuts I have made on all 3 direction is 12. Coming to one direction, if I have to make 125 pieces, then I have to make one less cut, that is 124 pieces cuts, and when I make 124 cuts, I will get the 125th piece extra. Let's see if a larger cube has to be cut into 18 cuts. So we have to make 18 cuts, and how many pieces will obtain? We have two options, that is to get maximum pieces and one option to get minimum pieces. So let's start with maximum pieces. If I have to get maximum pieces, I have to make cuts on all 3 planes, and if I equally divide 18 cuts in all 3 planes, we'll have 6 cuts on one direction, 6 on the other, and 6 on the third direction. By making 6 cuts, the relation, what you have learned, that the relation between cuts and pieces is of 1. From cuts to pieces it will be +1, from pieces to cut it will be -1. Now this is from cuts to pieces, so we'll have to go +1. That means when we make 6 cuts, we'll get 7 pieces, again 7 pieces on the other direction, and 7 pieces on the third direction, and the total number of pieces will be 343. Coming to minimum, if we make 18 cuts on only one direction, we'll get 1 piece extra, that is 19 cuts. So here the procedure is just opposite, where we have to add 1 and then multiply it, where we'll have maximum on 3 directions and minimum on one direction. We have an example. Let's see, we have to make 13 cuts, and by making this 13 cuts, how many maximum or minimum pieces we can get? So generally in this case we always have a prime number, so it will be very difficult to factorize. We'll have some other way. Let's see, we have 3 planes and we have to equally divide 13 cuts in these 3 planes. Now if there are 3 planes, let's see a multiple of 3 which is nearest to 13, that is 12. If it would have been 12 cuts, we would have made 4 cuts in one direction, 4 in the other, and 4 in the third direction, but it is 13, so we'll make 4, 4 and 5 cuts, so it is almost equal. So by making 4 cuts we'll have 5 pieces, again 4 cuts we'll have 5 pieces, and 5 cuts we'll have 6 pieces. So the total number of pieces will be 25 into 6, 150. Now if we make all the cuts, 13 cuts on one direction, we'll have 14 pieces. So on one plane we'll have minimum pieces, on the 3 planes we'll have maximum. And again we have to remember this, that in this case, if someone asks or the question says that number of pieces, if it is not suggested or it is not mentioned that minimum pieces or maximum pieces, then we cannot determine the answer. To determine, we'll always need to have minimum or maximum pieces. Is the cuts and the pieces, and both of them have two aspects, that is maximum cuts pieces and minimum cuts and pieces. To have maximum cuts, we'll be given pieces we have to keep in one direction and we have to make -1. For minimum cuts, we have to equally divide all the pieces. If it is not a perfect cube, we'll factorize it. We'll make 3 factors which are almost equal. After making the factors, we'll make -1, because from pieces we have to go to cuts, we have to make -1, and then we will add the number of cuts, we'll have total number of minimum cuts. For pieces we have to make, we will be needing the number of cuts. We'll have, for maximum we'll be equally dividing all the cuts on 3 planes. From cuts we'll have we'll have +1, and after having +1 we'll multiply the pieces. For minimum pieces, we'll keep all the cuts on one direction, and from that cuts we'll get 1 piece extra, that is +1. So this is the basic funda or shortcut for cuts and pieces. Part comes here is the face painted cubes. So let's see, let's imagine a case. There are 125 pieces and a larger cube is painted with a single color and then cut into 125 smaller pieces, and that too with a minimum number of cuts. To make 125 pieces, we'll have to make 5 cuts in one direction, 5 on the other, and 5 on the third direction. We'll have to make -1, because for 5 pieces we have to make 4 cuts, 4 and 4. So we have to make total 12 cuts, 4 on each direction. We'll make the cuts. So here we are having 4 cuts, and that will be giving us 5 pieces, 4 on the other direction, and we'll have 5 pieces, which will total give us 25, and 4 on the third side. 4 cuts will give us 5 pieces. So after painting a cube with a single color on all the 6 faces, we have made 125 cubes. Now there will be 4 questions. First is the cubes having 3 face painted cubes, that is, out of 6 face painted, a cube has 3 sides painted. The second question comes is 2 face painted, 1 face painted, and the last is no face painted, cubes that are not painted in any other side. Now let's start with the corner first. We have a cube here which has 3 open directions, and all the 3 open direction would have been painted when the cube was in a larger form. When the cube was in an original form, we painted it in a single color with complete on all the 6 faces, and then we cut it into 125 pieces. So when this piece was in its original form, it would have been painted on all the 3 sides, and this is only one cube. So on this corner we have one cube. Now if on this corner we have one cube, that means there are total 8 corners. On all the 8 corners there will be 8 cubes. So out of 125, 8 cubes are those which are 3 face painted. Now after calculating the corners, we have an edge going on this, and this edge have 3 cubes which have 2 faces visible, and this 2 faces would have been painted when it was in original form, because the rest 4 faces are inside it, the color wouldn't have been gone there. So this are called 2 face painted cubes, and we are getting this on an edge. So there are 3 cubes on this edge. We have total 12 edges. So 12 into 3, we have 36 cubes. That means out of 125 cubes, we have 36 cubes which have 2 face painted. Now when we say 2 face painted and we multiply it by 12, this means we have calculated each and every edges. When we say 8, we have calculated each corner. After that, we have a small patch here between the faces, and if we see the patch, we have 9 squares. That means 9 cubes which have only one face, because if we take it out as a drawer, we can see all the other side of this cube is inside, in inside position. The color cannot go inside. So we have only one face of this cube which have been painted, and we have total 9 cubes on this face which are painted on one side only. So 9, if 9 are on this face, we have total 6 faces. That means 9 6 we have 54 cubes. So out of 125, we have 54 cubes which are one face painted. Now if we add this, we have 98 cubes total. Out of 125, if we subtract 98, we have 27 cubes which are not painted on any other side. That means they are the inside crust cubes. When we cut the larger cube, we'll have cubes inside, and that are the 27 cubes. Calculating no face painted also. The no face painted cubes are those cubes which are inside the larger cube, and to see the inside cubes, we have to open up the larger cube. That means we have to the outer layer of the larger cube, we have to take it out, and then only we can visible it. That means we have to take 2 layers of the cube from the ends of from each direction. That means if we make 5 pieces on each side, we have to take 2 pieces, because if we take out this outer layer, we'll be seeing this piece is also be going with that layer, and if we take this outer layer, again this pieces also will be going. That means out of 5 pieces which we have done, we have to take 3 pieces out. Again, if the top layer is out, this pieces also will be going with that, and if the bottom layer is out, this side of pieces will also be going. That means if we see, we have made 5 pieces again on the third direction, out of which 2 pieces are going. If 2 pieces are going, that means on each side we have made 5 minus 2, because while we take the top and the bottom layer or the outer layer, 2 pieces are going with that. That means it's 5 minus 2, and that is 3, and we are doing it on all the 3 sides, that is the whole cube. So 3 cube will be 27. So no face painted cubes, the other way will be n minus 2 whole cube, because we'll be doing on all the 3 dimension. That's why it is a n minus 2 whole cube. Calculating the number of face painted cubes, that is 3 face, 2 face, 1 face, and no face. Let us see the different type of examples. Now here we have a case that 2 opposite face of a cube is painted in red, two opposite in green and two opposite in yellow. Now a larger cube, two opposite face we have to paint in red, two opposite we have to paint in green, and two opposite in yellow. After painting, we have to cut the cubes into 125 smaller pieces, and that too with minimum number of cubes. So we have the logic here that 5 into 5 into 5 cubes, that becomes 125, and to make cuts we have to make 4 cuts on each direction, that is total 12 cuts. So after making 12 cuts, we'll see, let's see, this side is painted red and the opposite side is painted red. The top side is painted in green and the bottom side is painted in green, and the right and left side of an cube, that cube, the opposite side is painted in yellow. So we have painted it and then we have cut it. So let's come to the question first. The first question says how many cubes have only green on them. Now it says only green, that means no other color should come with green. So we have the whole face of green painted here, but the corner side of the cubes are painted with green and red, with green and yellow, so we won't be taking this part. So we have only the 9 cubes which are at the center, which have only one color, and that is green. So 9 cubes we have on the top side with only green, and 9 will have on the bottom side, so total we have 18 cubes. Now how many cubes have red and yellow? So here it says and means the cubes which are having both red and yellow. So we have to have both the colors on the cube, and it says red and yellow. It does not say only red and yellow. If it have been only red and yellow, that means no other color with red and yellow should come. But here there is no such word, only. That means with red and yellow there can be green also. So let's see, red and yellow we have 3 at the edges and 3 on this edge, but it does not say only, so we can consider the corners also. So we have 5 on both the edges, that is 10 on this side, red is on back side also, that means 10 on that side also. We'll be having 20 cubes. Now how many cubes do not have yellow? So out of 25, let's make it easy, we'll reduce all the yellow colors from it. That means colors with yellow, only yellow, yellow and green, yellow and red. So we'll subtract all the cubes that have yellow color on that, and that is on this face, that is 25 cubes are having yellow. The opposite side also have yellow, that is 25 cubes. That means we have 50 cubes that have yellow color. So if we subtract 50 from 125, we'll be having 75 cubes that are do not have yellow color on them. They are either green or red, green and red, and no face painted cube. Now how many cubes have all three colors on them? As we see the corners, all the corners have 3 different colors, that is green from this side, red from this, and yellow from this side. Same, if we see, we have green from this side, we have yellow from this, we have red, green, yellow and red, red, yellow and green. So on the top 4 corners we have three different colors, and even at the bottom 4 corners we'll have 3 different colors. That means all the 8 corners, the cube on the corners have all 3 colors on them. Now how many cubes do not have any color on them? That is, we have n minus 2, a formula for that, n minus 2 whole cube. So we have 5 minus 2, that will be 3 cube, that is 27. So 27 cubes which are inside the larger cube, which do not had any color because the cube was painted from outer side. So the color won't be going inside the 27 cubes. That means that 27 cubes do not have any color on them. Second type of question will be, the earlier we had done opposite, now it is adjacent. That means 2 adjacent face of a larger cube is painted red. That means both the color are adjacent to each other. 2 adjacent face are painted in yellow and 2 adjacent face are painted in green. And the cube is cut into 125 smaller identical pieces. So we have made the cube and we have made the cuts. So let's make the colors. We have 2 adjacent yellow, we have 2 adjacent red, that means on the top and the right side, and 2 adjacent green. Now here what we have to see is that there are 2 same colors which are very adjacent to each other, so they will be meeting at certain edges. And if we see at the corners, we have only 2 corners which will be painted in all 3 colors, because if we see at this corner we have red, yellow and red. If we see at this corner we have yellow, red and yellow. Coming to this corner, yes, we are having all 3 colors. Coming to this corner, we are having yellow, green and yellow. If we look at this corner, we are having all three colors, red, yellow, green. Coming to this, we have red, green, red. Coming to this portion, we have green, yellow, green, and the back of this we have green, red, green. So these are the total 8 corners which have this colors. Now the first question says how many cubes have exactly one color on them. Now as we have seen, this portion, the middle portion of a cube has one face painted and it can have only one color. So this 9 cubes have exactly one color. So 9, we have 6 faces, so 9 6 are 54. But again, if this is the case of adjacent, so this 3 edges, the cube on this 3 edges is yellow and yellow. It says only one color, so yellow and yellow will be one color. This 3 also have red and red, and if we see the back edge, we have 3 green and green. So this 9 cubes will definitely be added in exactly one color, which will give the sum total of 63. Coming to how many cubes have only red and yellow. So only red and yellow, that means with red and yellow, green should not come, so we won't be taking this corner and also this corner. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. We have 9 on edges, 10 with red, red, yellow, and 11 with red, yellow, and yellow. So we have 11 cubes that have only red and yellow on them. Now how many cubes have all exactly two colors? Now how many cubes have exactly two colors? We will see the edges first. Now this edge won't be calculated because both have only one color, that is yellow and yellow. Again, this edge we won't be calculating because it has red and red, and the third, that the back edge, we won't be calculating because it has green and green. So out of 12 we have to subtract 3 edges, that is 9 edges, and on each edge there are 3 cubes, that means 9 3s are 27. So on edges we have 27 cubes that with two different colors, that is exactly two colors. But if we see the corners, we have only two corners that is painted in all three colors, that is the diagonal one, but the rest are painted in two colors. Though it is three face painted cube, but has two colors, that is red, red, yellow, red, red, green, 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 yellow, green, green, red, yellow, yellow, green, and yellow, yellow, red. So we have to add the 6 corners, which will give us sum of 33. Now how many cube have all three colors? It is universal answer that it is, if it is a case of adjacent, we have only two corners that have all three colors on them. And how many cubes do not have yellow but have red or green? So let's subtract all the yellow colors. We have yellow on this face, which gives 25 cubes, and we have yellow adjacent to it, so this also 25. But again, this cubes on this edges are single cubes and we are counting it two times. That means this will be 25 and this will be 20. So we have 45 cubes with yellow color. Out of 125, if we subtract 45, we have 80. And if we see this 80 cubes, we have combination of green, we have combination of yellow, we have combination of red, we have combination of green and red, and we have no face painted. The second part of the question says it should have red or green. So red or green means green, only red, and both red and green. So we have to just subtract no face painted, that is 27, will be getting 53. So answer for all the 5 questions are. And one more thing, that if we say or, that means it will be, if the statement says A or B, it will be A plus B plus AB. So in the case of or, both will also be included. So diagonal cuts, let's see, let's make a question that if 125, or make it easier, if 27 cubes are brought together to form a larger cube, and after forming a larger cube we have to make a diagonal cut, and the question says how many smaller cubes will be affected by the diagonal cut. So let's bring 27 cubes on one larger cube, and after making this 27 cubes a larger cube, will make a diagonal cut. That means there's a diagonal cut here, and as we see, after the diagonal cut, the cubes which are affected is 1 2 3 on this face, 3 on this face, and the remaining 3 will be on this face. That means total 9. So when the cube was of 27, that is cube of 3, the number of pieces was 9. Same if we see, if we make 11, sorry, if we make 8 cuts, that is 8 cubes are brought together to form a larger cube, that is a cube of 2. And if we make a diagonal cut, we have 2 pieces on this side which will be affected and 2 smaller pieces on this side which will be affected. So if the cube is of 2, that is of 8, the number of pieces that would affect is 4. Similarly, if we have 125, we will have 25. If we have 216, we will have 36. So one diagonal cut will always be n square. But then for 2 diagonal cut, there will be a change in pattern. If we take case of odd and even, for one diagonal, both of them has n square. But if we see 2 diagonal cuts, so we have a approach here. Let's see the approach. We have one diagonal cut, while cutting the other diagonal cut in even side, we'll make 2 diagonal cuts. Now here we can visually see there is a difference in the pattern. In the even, we can see that a cube is cut, all the cubes are perfectly cut, but on the odd side we'll see that the middle part is already cut and it is cut twice. So we are counting twice. So in 2 diagonal cuts, in the odd side we'll have twice n square, but we'll remove the n which is double counting. And the even case will have 2n square, but will not be subtracting because we are not having repetition of any cuts. So in even it will be n 2n square.